How a person should choose his spouse, what conditions. Basically, if I'm a man, I would like to choose a wife. On what basis from Islamic point of view? To what things I should look? What are the conditions that will help me? What are the skills that I need to be able to choose the best partner, the best spouse, depending on Quranic verses, Quranic directions, prophetic directions. When Prophet Muhammad said, for example, do this and this, be careful from this and this, do your best to do blah, 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 etc. These conditions, basically, I'm trying to make it in a simple way, in case if you would like to abide yourself to Islamic teachings in general, taking in consideration the faith-based directions in Islam, please pay attention to the following, let's say, steps when you choose, when you think, when you discuss, when you find, and sometimes from my personal experience with tens of cases. For example, please try to avoid this. Do your best to test this point by this way. This is the general idea of the course that we are trying to do it today, inshallah, in London Muslim Mosque. Now, in theory, the best way, basically, to do your best, you yourself, to be a good Muslim, first of all, first step. Because, as we say, I will not be able to find a good partner, a good spouse, unless I myself not part of the, let's say, of the area. Now, if I believe in Islam as a Muslim, if I believe, I should myself be practicing Muslim. For example, now Islam, basically the basic thing of Islam, the name of Islam, goes to the two radicals or two root verbs, which is peace and submission. Islam, silm and taslim in Arabic. Now, by submitting myself to the will of my Lord, I will be able to achieve peace. Now, how do I submit myself to the will of my Lord? For example, my Lord is commanding me not to lie. My Lord is not commanding me not to do harm to anyone. My Lord is commanding me to do good to my parents. My Lord is commanding me to say the truth, and so on and so on. For example, first step to find a best wife by seeking blessings and guidance and help and support from Lord, I myself must be in. Must be part of the system. I mean by system, I'm supposed to be someone who's practicing these values depending on faith-based things. Next step, to enjoy, sometimes, and maybe the Canadian society will appreciate what I will say as a multicultural society. And I understood, at least from the people, still I have no experience in Canadian society, but I understood from the people around me in the last 2 days, they told me what distinguishes Canadian society, that they appreciate differences. Unlike some other societies outside Canada, which means they would love you to stay as is, and they respect you as you are. So, which means, and they do celebrate differences, let's say. So if you are a Muslim, for example, and you would like to enjoy your Islam, common sense, you will look for a Muslimah or a female Muslimah. Now, the first step, one of the conditions, if both of the, to have this kind of stability, both of them should believe in the same system, or otherwise contradiction, or clashes of interest, or clashes of priorities, for example. This is the first step. Now, rest step, for example, I will give an example. Prophet Muhammad said, for example, people in general, when they seek marrying from a woman, okay, they look to the beauty, or to look to the decentship, prestige, the family, or look to the money, or to the religion. Religion here means to her ethical manners, her religious status in terms of how submissive she is to the command of her Lord. He said, give the priority for the one who respects her Lord. This will be the best for you, but not put anything before that. Which means, for example, if she's very beautiful, but she does not respect anyone, if she's very beautiful, but she's arrogant, Islamically, this is not a preferable choice. Islamically, if she's less beautiful, but she respects the people, she is a better wife. For example, like this. And the same thing applies on men, for example. Now, for example, Prophet Muhammad is advising ladies, females, their families, their guardians, telling them, when a man comes to your daughter, for example, an example, because it's for many hours the workshop, I'm giving examples. If a man comes approaching you to ask the hand of your daughter, for example, your sister, or you, the woman herself, someone is approaching you, give the priority for how he ethical and religious and he's submissive to the conditions of his Lord more than his money or how handsome he is or how, for example, bodybuilding or beautiful or whatever it is. Okay, they are all good, very nice, acceptable, but not on a condition that he has nothing to do with the ethical religious standards. But like these things, the one who take care of such conditions, doing his best to apply them by himself from one angle, then he tries to find someone who thinks in the same way, the possibility of achieving the best result will be there. Inshallah. That's it.